most important job I and other dads have, and Father's Day is a great time to remind ourselves how we can strengthen the bond with our children and with our dads if we still have them in our lives. Clinical psychologist Dr. Shyla Murgain with UW Health is here to talk about some strategies to help us do that. Shyla, let's talk about the importance of that father-child bond.
Yeah, and
first.
Happy Father's Day, John.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you.
So this bond, there are ways that we can strengthen the father-child bond across the lifespan. So from a father of young children to an adult with your own aging father.
Okay, and your first suggestion here is to be present and listen.
The most important gift we have to give is really our own time and attention. And so carve out some time if you're a father with each of your children one-on-one for at least 30 minutes, preferably once a week, and with your aging father when you can. And really turn off cell phones, limit distractions, and put your focus on the other person. Ask them questions, engage with them, find out what's of interest to them that really fills them up and is very validating to your children and your father.
It's so important. And point number 2 here is to develop some common interests. That's always a good thing to do.
Yeah, seek out hobbies, common interests. If you're a father, this summer is a great time to pass on a talent or hobby that you have. Use those summer months well. And with your aging father, develop something that you can really bond over. Maybe it's following a sporting team or take up fishing with your dad. Doing that one-on-one where you're both contributing really makes for memories that last a lifetime.
Yes, that's so important. And time is so limited sometimes, and make the most of it. Yeah. Number 3, focus on the positive.
Yeah, we thrive when we have that positivity. And so seek out times to really appreciate your father and your children. Also, if you want to change something about their behavior, remember that we're much more motivated to change if we get reinforcement and reward for what we're doing or when we change.
Sure.
Versus just receiving criticism all the time if we're messing up. So if you ask them to change and they do it, really stop and appreciate them. Thank them for following through.
That's great advice.
Yeah.
That's really good. And point number 4, keep communicating.
Definitely. Yeah, to have a strong connection, we have to keep communicating. So go beyond the everyday conversation to talk about those deeper, more meaningful things. Fathers, it's very powerful if you can talk through with your children about your values, help them navigate difficult situations they're going to encounter. And if they do mess up, talk about it up front and do it in a calm way. And with your dad, ask him questions about his life. And it's also, if you can, maybe talk about something difficult that happened when you were growing up. Talk about your experience and also get his take on it. It can really be transformative.
So what if you aren't a father, or you've lost your father and you don't have that bond?
Yeah, great question. And we can really foster these types of connections in lots of ways. Look for maybe men in your life that can be like the father figure, or men can look and mentor children. These types of connections, we often get so much more than we give, and they're healing and really, really meaningful.
Well, Dr. Shyla Murgain has a great article on this at the UW Health website. We put a link to that at NBC15.com. Shyla, thank you so much for being in, and happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
Have a great Sunday.
Thank you. We'll have a final check.